Hello friends, Mandar here. I'm back with another video. Today we'll talk about the chart that USCIS is specifically using for July visa bulletin and then the explanation behind it, where they're continuing to use the final action date chart. We'll also talk about one of the most common questions that I'm getting right now, whether to interfile from EB3 to EB2 first and then change the job, or first change the job and then do the interfile. We'll talk in detail about that question. Then there are some job change related questions, some address change related questions during your adjustment of status process. So there are very important questions that you don't want to miss. So watch this video until the end and let's get started. If you are here for the first time, welcome. My name is Mandar and I make immigration related videos for US and Canada. I'm not an immigration lawyer, so anything that I say on this video or on my channel is for information purpose only. And for your specific immigration needs, before you take any action, you should hire a competent immigration lawyer. Now, I highly encourage you to like this video and subscribe to my channel because you will get those notifications for my upcoming videos. As usual, I'll be doing important updates regarding the immigration and also giveaway announcements. So don't miss out on that. Subscribe to my channel and hit that bell notification. Also, just to mention, I have some links in the description that are for products that you might be interested in. If you purchase any products using those links, the channel will get a little bit of a commission. So thanks for your support. I just want to remind that if you have any questions for me and want to know my personal opinion regarding your situation, check me out on the Patreon site. And that's the best way to get in contact with me. Now, in the past videos, I had mentioned that USCIS is in a rush to issue out green cards to the EB category, especially EB2 category. EB3 is stalled, EB1 is in its own lane, but EB2 is where the rush is. And during this time, USCIS is probably doing some weird things, setting up some weird statuses online and also giving out green cards when the priority dates are not current. In specific scenarios, there were all kinds of scenarios where people have received green cards. In situations where their date was not current in either EB2 or EB3. In other situations, their date might have been current in EB2, but they did not have a pending AOS in EB2. So I have few people who had contacted me and explained me the situation, and I have been asking them to reach out to USCIS some way, either writing through a letter or getting on a phone with them and let them know your situation, that you have received the green card and you would like to know the reason why the green card was issued when your date was not current. And some have been coming back to me with a status update. One of them had told me that USCIS actually did admit that they made a mistake in one situation where none of the candidates' dates were current and they still issued a green card by mistake. In this situation, when the candidate went back to USCIS and asked for an explanation, USCIS admitted their mistake. They said that don't use the green card that you have, and they put their case back into the pending AOS adjustment of status, and the actual status online was changed back to awaiting visa number availability. So that was one instance. In another instance, actually there was a different situation where there was actually a different case where a candidate had an AOS pending in EB3 but also had a prior EB2 based I-140 approved, but they never had a petition upgrade to EB2. When the candidate got a green card, as per my suggestion, they reached out to USCIS to get an explanation. In this situation, what USCIS told them was, at the time of the adjudication, a visa number was available under the second preference category chargeable to India and before such and such priority date. The priority date for the third preference category was such and such. USCIS has urged eligible applicants to switch employment based category to first or second preference due to high number of EB visas available in those categories. USCIS record do not indicate an actual request for the following instructions, which is change of underlying basis. The applicant filed supplement J, which was approved, and therefore there does not appear to be an error in the approval of EB I-485 adjudication for the principal or the derivative. USCIS has issued legally supported decision. Accordingly, you are seeking a remedy outside of ombudsman authority. We are therefore closing this case. So basically what they said was, you had a valid immigrant petition I-140 approved and that date was current. So we just, even though you did not change the basis of your petition to EB2, we ourselves went ahead and issued you a green card, and we think we have made the right decision. So that's what they say. So depending on your situation, the outcome may be different, but what is the important thing here is to make that connection with the USCIS to make sure that you get an explanation from them that your green card that was issued was really legitimate. So this way it does not cause any future problems for you. So that was the first topic. Now the second topic I wanted to cover was regarding the July visa bulletin that just came up on Friday. If you haven't checked out the video that I created on Friday, do check it out. It goes into the depth and analysis of the July 2022 visa bulletin. One thing that we observed in the visa bulletin is that they have advanced EB2 filing date chart to 1st of January 2015. Now this was very unexpected, but regardless, since they have moved the date in the filing date chart, I was actually expecting that the USCIS would allow us to use filing date chart for the application of 485. But when we checked the website later on, it turned out that they're still asking us to use final action date chart for adjustment of status application. Now how is this possible? Now, what is the reason for advancing the filing date chart if they were not going to use that chart at all, the filing date chart? So here are a couple of things that come to my mind. It may have been a mistake, which is likely, and they may correct it later on, or they probably advanced the date but did not pay attention to what chart is being used. So that is also quite possible, but in my opinion this last reasoning makes more sense. USCIS still advanced the date in filing date chart that nobody can use it. So basically between if your priority date is between 1st of December to 1st of December 2014 to 1st of January 2015, you really cannot still apply for your 485 because they are using the final action date chart, which date is still not 1st of January, it is still at 1st of December. So really nobody can use the filing date chart right now for EB category. The reasoning behind this still advancing the date to 1st of January is because they want to create an anticipation, they want to give a lead indicator to everybody that EB2 will not retrogress. So they want to show that we are going to continue to advance these dates in the future forward direction, and there is no reason for you to panic for the reason of retrogression. So there is not going to be any retrogression. That is probably the message they wanted to send by advancing the filing date chart but still sticking to the final action date chart for the actual use. So that is just my guess on why this has happened. If you have any other theory that you might want to share, put them in the comment section below and I would love to read it. Now here's the sponsors video before we go to the next chapter. And that brings me to the sponsor of this video, which is Surfshark. Surfshark is a VPN provider and that gives you a lot of benefits that you are looking for. Now here is what all Surfshark has to offer. It gives you the power to protect your online privacy, control your personal data, access content safely, and unlock the exclusive benefits of this. What else can it do? You can browse privately, encrypt your internet activity so that no one can steal or track your data, hide your location. This is the key where I was talking about being able to watch the Netflix and Amazon from different countries, block ads and malware, stay safe on public Wi-Fi, keep searches private, and get real search results. And if you are in the tech or IT industry, you know what VPN can provide. Now if you click the link in the description with my code Mandar, you will get a discount, almost 83% discount on VPN deal, and plus 3 months of absolutely free VPN. So check out the link in the description, and if you do get the Surfshark through my discount code, it will also benefit the channel. I would also like to remind you that if you want to get in touch with me, do so using my Patreon channel. I'll leave the link on the screen and in the description. But also know that I have the membership tiers. The reason I have these membership tiers is because there is a flood of emails and flood of questions that I get on different channels, and it's impossible for me, being the one-man show on this channel, to respond to all. So this is really for my time. So if you really want to get my advice and my opinion on your situation, a personal advice, not a legal advice, do contact me on the Patreon channel. And remember, the membership amount is only for my time commitment due to the volume of questions that I get. And once you post the question, give me at least 2 to 3 days to respond. Some people post me the question and immediately send me a couple of reminders the same day, and it actually does not help because it just bogs down my inbox. Now another important question that I get is, if you are in the adjustment of status process and if you have been in that stage for a long time, chances are you might have changed your role within the same company. You might have taken a higher degree role or higher level role. Say for instance, you became a lead, or you became a manager or a director. So what do you do in that situation? Some company lawyers suggest that you apply for a perm again, assuming that your role has significantly changed. In my opinion, look at what your role is. Is it still in the same line? Is it in the same job within the same company and just in career advancement? Because in the most cases, if you are still with the same company and haven't changed department or haven't changed significantly the role, like from supply chain to finance, or finance to HR, or HR to technology, so if that is the case, then yes, you will probably need a new perm. But if you are in the same line and if you have just become a manager or a director within the same organization and the same group, and your job duties have progressively advanced as a result of years of passing and years of gaining an experience, then this does not warrant a new perm application. Now let's talk about the location change. So if you are still with the same company with the same job, but now you have changed the location. Now if you still remain within the 50 miles or 50 kilometers radius and in the drivable range of your office, then nothing needs to be done. But if you move significantly out, if you say move from state to state, it still doesn't warrant a refiling of the perm application. You can still continue to go through your adjustment of status, but make sure that you file I-485 supplement J. That will describe that your new location, even though it's a new location, your salary has not significantly changed, your job profile is still the same, and that way it will not cause any impact to your adjustment of status. Now let's talk about the most important question, and this is also a very common question that I get on my Patreon and in the emails. The question is, I have a pending 485 based on EB3 that I had downgraded from EB2 last year or the year before, and I am still waiting for my green card. In the meantime, my priority date for EB2 has become current. Now, should I interfile? Now this is a straightforward question, and the answer is yes, you should interfile. Now you are eligible to upgrade to EB2 and you should interfile to EB2, or even submit a separate application, either or. But here is another trick. Now people want to change the job within this critical situation. Now, the situation is, do I interfile first with my existing employer and then change the job to the new company with AC21, or should I change the company first and then interfile? I would suggest the former. Former in the sense, you interfile, upgrade your petition, wait for a few months and then change the job. That would be the cleanest way to do it, and that would be my advice. Now the reason I say this is because if you don't interfile and if you just change the job with AC21 to a new job, you will remain in adjustment of status. The new company will not have to refile your new perm or labor certification as long as you are willing to stay in the EB3 adjustment of status. So changing the job before with AC21 to a new company will keep you in adjustment of status, but with EB3 only. In this situation, now you are joined a new company, your adjustment of status is still in progress, but you cannot upgrade to EB2. The reason is your new employer does not have a perm petition and corresponding EB2 based I-140 for you. You may have an approved I-140 with your previous employer that you just left, but that cannot be used for your new employer job because the I-140 is specific to an employer. It can only, the previous I-140 can only be used for the purpose of recapturing of your priority date. Now there are two options in this situation if you decide to still go ahead and change the job and then Interfile, because with the new company now, if you want to upgrade to EB2, the new company will have to file your new perm and labor certification and a new I-140 based on EB2. That is the only way you can upgrade to EB2 with the new company. There is another option that you can go back to your previous employer in the same role and ask them if they can support your I-485 petition, because remember, I-485 is still your own petition. It has nothing to do with the employer, but the employer has to support it in the sense that they have to make sure that you have a valid job offer when you get your green card. But basically you have changed the job, you don't intend to go back, so the only way you can upgrade is to have your new employer go through the perm and I-140 again. So that was my advice on whether to Interfile first or whether to change the job first. And my biggest advice to you is, if you are in this situation, if your dates are current and if you are in the final adjustment of status, why change job now? Can you not wait for a few more months? Just for a few more months, get your green card. I know the market situation is very hot, there are lots of jobs out. It is very tempting to change the job right away, but you are in this critical situation of your green card, and why not just complete the process and then change the job? That is what I would do ideally if I was in that case. So with that, I will stop here for this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.